Oh, okay. We're here. We're live. Hello, everybody.
Hello, hello, hello. Okay.
Yes, welcome everyone. We are gonna do a little bit of heavy paint, and I'm here with Vajra. He's a Goblin master student, right?
Yeah, I'm a green goblin. Yeah, yeah. I can introduce myself if that's all right.
Yeah, go for
Yeah.
it.
So I'm Vajra Pancharia. Hello all. I'm an animation filmmaker and a visual development artist. I come from India. I did my masters from IDC IIT Bombay many years back, and currently I'm in Gobelin in Paris, and I'm in my final year. And I'm super. It was a eventful 1 year uh, this last year, thanks to the pandemic and many other things. But I'm enjoying it, and I hope everyone is safe, wherever they are, and in good health. But I'm looking forward to this session, and I would like to thank Juan for having me on Lightbox and having this whole heavy paint demo thing going on. Thank you so much, and you should see Juan's work. I'm a big fan. He's a genius because he created this app itself, and he's amazing. So yeah, looking forward to this session.
Well, yeah, it's gonna be fun. I'm
Yeah.
really glad to do that. I'm glad that you're joining in here. I saw your stuff on Instagram on the and I was like, wow, this guy's pretty serious. You were like doing all these crazy plein air paintings in
Yeah, yeah.
Paris, and all the colors were just crazy Paris colors, and like at night at all the golden hours, all the perfect lighting conditions. I was like, oh man, this is cool.
No, thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, I mean, I enjoy live painting more because you kind of understand, you kind of see the live change in light, the colors, and especially Paris. I think I'm fascinated by the light. Everyone who has been in Paris, I'm sure the light and the colors are mind blowing. And I'm trying to paint as much as I can. But because of the pandemic, I'm not really able to go out much. But I started heavy paint like 1 month back, which is in July, and I've painted a lot, and I'm slowly getting hang of this beautiful, app as well. And Juan has been at it, trying to improve this app, and he's adding some very interesting tool. Maybe I can start by showing the app a bit.
Sure,
Uh,
sure. Uh,
yeah. So
yep.
yeah. So this is what, if you're able to see my screen, this is what heavy paint looks like. It's very simple interface, and when you open it, this is how it looks like. And you see a small tiny, you know uh, equal symbol like a bar here, and you can change your canvas size. And there are many options here. There are various color modes, color sliders that you can use. We have RGB, HSV, and Huebox. I'm a bit scared to use RGB, so I think I keep using HSV because because it's much more safer, especially when you're doing planar. And it's easy to control the saturation separately and brightness separately. But if you're on a hardcore mode, you can try using RGB, and it's a much interesting way to understand color. I guess.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So yeah, so here in the canvas size, you have default options. It takes the size of your window. You have a custom window. You have 16:9, and also the mobile like 9:16 ratio, and a square for Instagram if people like to post on Instagram stuff. So 16:9, and also the good part is, I think, so you can go. I don't know how high can you go in this. You can go.
I think it's limited on desktop to like 15,000 or something like that.
Wow.
I don't know.
So you can actually go really high, but you can actually, like, I usually work on small, and I think later on when you increase the resolution, it still maintains the quality of the image, I guess, right? Because it's all.
Yeah, it rebuilds the painting at that resolution, so you're
Yeah,
not gonna lose
yeah,
any detail or anything. It's like it's more, you think of it more like Illustrator, like vector points and stuff. So
yeah.
you can rebuild it at any size. You can rebuild it at like super low res for pixel
Yeah,
art and go back up to high res, and you won't lose any
that's it.
quality.
Yeah, that's so cool. So yeah, so I mean, I usually work. I mean, I choose a very random size at many times because I'm not really, you can go for 1280 by 720, I guess. But I'm just sticking to a random, and I try to work small, like this. And you have couple of, I mean, many tools. If you press this plus button, you kind of get all these tools. And I have the ones that I really like. I can just quickly show you that there is a line tool, and right now it's set. So yeah, so when you click on the line tool, you can actually access, if you just click this top bar, you can actually access all these brushes which are there by default. And this is the default, I guess, right? I think this is the default with no grains or texture.
Yep, yep.
Yeah, yeah. And and there is a cool fill tool, and this is my favorite. You can actually change it to the default one. This is my, like, I use this very often to do quick. I think this is a very cool lasso tool, and I miss this in other painting softwares, but this is really, really handy because it allows you to sort of do quick shapes, and makes your work faster. And a second favorite of mine is this chisel tool. It's super, super cool because it kind of emulates the brush, flat brush stroke, and a chisel stroke. Yeah, and then you have the rake, which is really cool to sort of incorporate some textures, or I use it for doing sometimes fences and details whenever I want. But it's very cool, and if you use it with a mixer brush, which I'm going to show them, it really works cool. Then you have the brow. It's the eyebrow brush, which is really, really cool because you can do like trees and leaves with it if you want to. And I mean, you can use it in your own way. You will discover it as you paint. Then this oil brush is really, really cool. It has this, it goes with any direction, I guess. This, it works in, like, it works with the direction that you paint, because I think it's on, actually by default it's on follow, I guess. The rotation is on follow or something.
Yeah.
But it's really, really cool. Yeah. Then there is draw. This is really cool because you can. Yeah, there's only one thing which I'm missing, I guess one might incorporate, is to, I don't know if it's possible to just clear the canvas, at once.
Clear.
But you can anyways like fill the thing with,
yeah.
Yeah.
There you go.
But, yeah.
It's done.
So it's done. And you can use the draw tool. It's really, really nice because it's, I mean, you can do a basic drawing if you want to begin with, and you can use it to do really interesting shapes as well. I mean, you can try. You should experiment. These tools. Yeah, and I think I should start the painting maybe because there are many, many tools. And yeah, I think one cool feature that I really like is this color jitter, because it kind of gives you interesting color mix around. It kind of brings in colors from left and right of the palette, and you get this slight color variation, which kind of adds to it gives a traditional look to it because it has this mix of paints that are left in your brush, which is really cool, which is what I really like.
Mm-hmm.
So for maybe I'll for today's demo, I'm gonna, so I travel, I sort of walk around Paris a lot, when there was not a pandemic thingy, but so I'm gonna paint. This is my favorite spot actually. It's a very beautiful. Oops.
Whoa.
It's
Whoa.
okay. Okay. It's a beautiful place. It's called as this is a building called as Académie Française, and the bridge is called as Pont des Arts, and it's the bridge of art apparently. But now it's very popularly known as the Bridge of Love because lovers come here and tie the locks, and they throw the key in the river here.
Okay.
And it's a fancy place. It's very nice. So also when I'm doing these studies, I prefer live, but when I'm doing from the photographs, I can't just. I usually take my own photographs because you get a nice relationship with the place that you've been to. And that this is how it is. It kind of gives you a connection, so that kind of really works for me. to be in that same place. And I usually take my own photographs. And this is like I was just walking and I took a. It's not a great compositional photo, but it's cool enough to sort of begin painting.
Mm-hmm.
And for me, I like the the colors here, because you have this beautiful yellow of the building which is being lit, and there's this blue of the sky which is really cool, and some lights here and there, and there are people. I kind of like this feeling in the photograph. So I'm gonna talk less and and I'm gonna start painting. I'm nervous as well because this is my first time doing a live thingy. Because I'm
No,
usually when I'm painting, I don't talk. I'm focused to the point where my jaw hurts, But yeah, but I'm gonna try.
no,
Uh,
you're doing great.
Thank you.
Yeah, you sound like a pro already.
Oh, oops. Okay, yeah, I'm just gonna. So I usually start with the sky, and I try to, and I'm not really sort of bothered about being very accurate to the colors, because I kind of, because the colors that I chose will eventually sort of fall in place, and create the mood eventually. So I'm not really like very accurate, and I'm trusting my eyes when I'm doing this, and I hope I pick the right colors. So let's see. So I'm here. I'm sort of just beginning. By the way, by pressing spacebar, you can pick colors. So this is really handy, where you can just uh, pick these colors and paint. So, and I'm going to keep it a bit loose, because keeping in mind that we have 1 hour of time, hopefully I'll be able to finish this. I hope. So let's see. So yeah, and I've just kept the small the color jitter on a bit, because I like the colors. One, you should talk now, because
Yeah,
I think
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
gonna.
I just want to let the people watching know that if you have any questions, you can send them in, and I'll read them out for Vajra. And there's a bunch of people in here. Like you can't see the chat, but
Yeah, I can't see anything.
there's a whole gaggle of people. It's crazy. Um, but yeah, let's see. They're asking. Oh, somebody. Oh, they're teaching each other how to add favorite tools in the. but
Ah,
but
oh, I
anyway,
mean, yeah, it's very quick. Like, you can just press the heart button and you can keep adding,
yeah,
things. So yeah, I mean, you can just add and it'll get added. Yeah, but the thing is, I think you need to keep changing the screen to wide enough so that you can accommodate all of them if you want all of them. But yeah,
yeah. That depends if you're on a phone, then maybe you
yeah,
can have like three tools.
yeah.
That's it. But
So if you see, I mean, I've just put a bright yellow patch just like an underpainting. Maybe later it can show up from beneath if I'm kind enough to go about. But yeah, so let's see.
so are you in terms of traditional painting, what is your favorite, or what are you most comfortable with?
In terms of traditional, I think the most comfortable, I won't say comfortable because I've not done much of it. I want to do a lot of, gouache. I love gouache actually,
Okay.
because it's very handy. Though it dries really fast, but it's really cool because you can paint layers and layers on top of it. So I think that really works for me. And I try to, whenever I'm on a trip or anywhere, I'm trying to paint at least a couple of paintings from that place, if in gouache, if possible. But yeah, it completely depends on the mood. But it's not easy. At least, I mean, it takes a lot of concentration, and mixing colors for real it's another game. But
Yeah.
it's fun. Yeah,
Cool. Yeah. It does have a gouache feeling in here.
yeah,
Um, so do you do? I saw your trip around around France, and you were doing lots of paintings of your trip too. And is that something that
yeah.
you always do, like anytime you go on a trip, or is that um
Uh, honestly, when I this time I was in Lyon and NSE, and it was so beautiful. I mean, because it's my first time really, going around France, and the countryside especially. So for me, I think it was. I want. I mean, there was an itch that come on, capture this, paint this. It's so beautiful. But then I think I sometimes I want to just let it sink in. Just experience it, because there are things. For example, I was witnessing a sunset, and I was like, you cannot capture this. Is this human hunger to capture this? But I cannot. I just wanted to. Yeah, I just wanted to see it and witness it, because that itself was uh, crazy for me, just
Yeah.
to see it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but sometimes when I really feel the itch, I kind of try to sort of, I don't even know what I'm doing here, but but yeah, it's
Yeah.
like I'm talking.
That's true. Yeah. It's like it's irresistible. You kind of it's like you want to catch all the Pokemons and you want to catch all the beautiful
Yeah,
sunsets, but you can't.
yeah,
It's not they're
yeah.
elusive.
So, so one more thing, this is the fill tool is really cool. I feel it's really cool to do perspective, like you can sort of do these uh, 1 point perspective, or just to give you a basic, it helps you kind of get things quickly there.
Oh yeah, that's interesting. I never thought of that as a perspective tool until I started seeing people do that. It's like, oh shoot, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I might even, I'm overdoing it maybe, but I don't know. I mean, I'm just going to go ahead and see where it kind of goes. So, yeah. So, yeah, I mean, if people have questions, they can ask, because I'm
Oh,
trying to
right, right, right,
focus.
right, right. Let's distract Vajra, guys,
Oh,
with
shit.
questions. Everybody ask him really tough math questions right now, and we can try to mess up his painting. Let's see. Um, which artist? Alexandra Zelyazkova asked, which artist inspire you?
Hi, Alex. I mean, she's a good friend. Thank you for asking such interesting questions. Uh, uh, I think for me, it's there's so many favorites. Shit. There obviously Sargent is amazing. There is Zon. There are some beautiful artists. See, now I'm not gonna even remember. Yeah, Nikolai Fechin and Ilya Repin. Their brushwork, and I mean, they're masters. They're all like gone and left us with some amazing gems to ponder upon. And I see that Juan himself is doing some cool stuff from Sorola's work, uh, and I'm sure it's like, I think you love Sorola, right, Juan?
Oh yeah, yeah,
Like,
yeah. I'm a big
yeah, he's a
fanboy.
crazy, he's crazy, crazy.
Okay, well, that's a good list to start chewing on, and then
Yeah.
let's see. Abby says, "What is 94,895 multiplied by 19?" Can
Mm,
we can
yeah,
skip that one.
I'm gonna, yeah, I skipped that question.
What? How much time do you spend? Or Sachin says, "How much time do you spend when doing an outdoor painting?"
It depends actually, because the light changes really fast, so you don't really have an option. Because the thing is also, I'm these days, when I was doing these live paintings, I was kind of reaching in late evenings. Here, like 6 o'clock, till 9, 10 o'clock in the night, there is still sun. It's still
Wow,
bright.
nice.
Yeah, so you can catch up with the light, but yeah, I mean, it can go from half an hour to 1 hour to 2 hours max. But I think after 2 hours, my own eyes and my limit of, I get tired. I
Yeah,
get really, really tired.
and
So
the light
yeah,
is completely different too after 2 hours.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
it changes. It completely changes. And I think the most interesting thing that I discovered, which was, I think, a revelation for me, as a person who's painting, is that when I was painting in the night, especially, I mean, I would like everybody to try night paintings, because when I was doing in the night these paintings, these studies from life, my eyes, because at start everything looks really dark, and slowly, slowly your eyes get used to seeing colors, and eventually in the next half an hour, you're seeing purples and you're seeing blues, and you're like, oh my god, where were these colors half an hour before? And then you end up changing your work process. So it's really, try doing live paintings in night as well, because I think a lot of us do day paintings because it's there's a lot of light. But night paintings
Yeah.
also, there's some very interesting things that one might discover.
Yeah. It's nighttime is I love plein air at night, but it's such a pain with actual paint because you have to bring your light,
Yeah.
your ugly LED light, and it's like we actually went night painting over here in Los Angeles one time, and we were painting a building that looked just like this. It was the
Wow.
Pasadena Town Hall, and the
Right.
lighting is the same thing. It looks just like this, and then we were all sitting on the lawn across the street from the building, and then we were all painting, and then about 1 hour into the painting, the all the sprinklers came on, and everybody got soaked. So
Oh,
then I was
yeah.
like, wow.
No, I was I can actually show you. Wait, it's be much easier. So I did. I mean, it's not one of my great paintings, but this painting when I started. I don't know if you can see it. I'll full screen it. Oops, not full screen it. uh, this painting when I was doing it in heavy paint live. It was, and when I started it, they were you see these lights. There were no lights.
Mm-hmm.
And I was almost
Oh.
more than half the way to in finishing this painting, and then suddenly these lights came on, and this is right across the loop, and I was like, I
Oh
have to
man.
bring this light because suddenly it changed. Otherwise this would have been a very dull scene, but these lights suddenly popped up, and I wanted to kind of
Yeah.
incorporate, and it was still overcast, like it has this bluish feel to it, and then it has this nice oranges
Yeah. Yeah.
that's coming from. I mean, I enjoyed that. I mean, it's not a great painting, but I feel I learned a lot while
Yeah.
doing
Yeah.
this. So
No, that's
so yeah, I
beautiful.
mean, I understand how things kind of
Oh,
change really fast.
there's a weird clicking noise, like a fan hitting a microphone or something.
Is it is it me?
I think so. Is there like a
There's nothing around here. This is for
what
sure.
the heck is
Wait,
that noise?
I'm in a very silent room. Wait, I'm gonna.
Oh, there we go. Oh, oh, it stopped. Oh,
Is it
it
better?
stopped. I don't know what that is.
Wait.
Hold on.
Is it better now?
No, no, it's still going.
Ah.
It sounds like a fan or something. Oh, it just stopped. Oh, is it? Oh my God,
Is
what is
it
that?
is it annoying for people
It's
out
pretty
there?
loud. It's like really loud. Let me see.
Oh, that's strange. Because there's no. I mean, in Paris there is no fan in any of these houses. It's
Wait a
strange.
minute. It sounds like what the heck is that? Do you get? Wait.
Is it you, Juan? No way.
It could be me. I don't think it's me. I'm gonna turn off my what? I'm gonna hold my microphone.
Sure.
Wait, no, no, it's still happening. Wait, where is your mic? Is it in the computer?
My no, my mic is here. Can you?
Can you like grab your mic?
Yeah, I'm grabbing it right now. Can you hear me? Am I
Yeah,
close to
yeah,
it?
I can
I'm
hear you.
extremely close, huh?
Oh, what the heck?
I'm gonna see in the setting of the audio if I can change it to, or maybe it's picking up my. Wait, is it better now?
Oh yeah. What was that?
Okay, I get it. So what it was doing was it was picking up my
Oh wait, I can't hear you that well. You're really soft now.
Can you hear me now? Hello,
Ish.
hello.
Yeah,
Now,
yeah,
now.
yeah, a little bit better.
Oh shit! Wait. Mm,
Sorry guys.
hello.
1 minute. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. We can hear you.
No, it's just that I'm literally chewing my mic right now. Wait.
Oh no.
Uh,
Somebody says that it's probably coming from inside your computer.
yeah. It is. It is. I think. But now, can you hear me now?
Oh
Is
yeah,
it
yeah,
better?
yeah. We can hear now. Yes.
Okay, I changed the audio to my webcam audio
Oh,
rather than
okay,
the.
okay, okay.
Yeah.
This is
Okay.
perfect.
So okay, perfect.
But we're both
So
kind of low. Oh wait, what about now? Do we sound okay now, guys? I guess you talk for a minute. Can you?
hello, hello. Can
Yeah.
you hear me?
blah 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 blah. Okay, cool.
Hello.
Yep,
Yeah.
yep. All right. Thanks, guys, for the bearing with us. Um, let's see. Oh, someone else was asking. Oh, somebody said, Thomas Brilliante says someone is using Morse code really fast to ask questions.
Okay.
uh, let's see. Oh, somebody asked, what is your favorite food?
Definitely Indian food because I come from India and I cook really well. So it's the Indian curry, any Indian food. But yes, I'm addicted to something called as idli. I don't know if people know. It's basically a rice cake. That's a specialty from south of India, and it's amazingly yummy. And I eat idlis like crazy. Even in Paris, I hunt for
Idli.
places.
Oh,
Idli,
how
yeah,
do you spell it? I want to look it
it's
up.
IDLI.
IDLI. Okay.
Yeah, I'm a big, huge idli fan.
Oh, this looks like
Uh,
buns, like Chinese buns.
yeah. It's almost like it's like rice cake, but it's fermented rice cake, and they taste yummy. And it comes. You have to eat it with a sauce. We're talking about food in a light box.
Yeah, man. You don't no, we don't
So
want to
cool.
hear about
Yeah, painting.
tools all day. We want
Yeah,
to hear we
that's
need
true. Yeah,
some sustenance for our minds. This looks yummy. So it's a
yeah,
rice
yeah.
ball, but it looks like not actual rice grains. It's like grounded up rice or wait.
Yeah, it's grounded rice mixed with lentils. It's called as I mean in Hindi I know it's called as urad dal. It's dal is lentil basically, and it's pretty yummy. I mean you have to try it. Even I mean I think most of the Indian restaurants, even I could find many in Paris actually, which serve good idlis. We have Sarvana Bhavan here. Coming back to the painting.
Sorry.
No, I'm kidding. I'm just adding. See, also what happens with me is like I kind of rush, like in the sense, I'm like kind of to get a sense of am I really going in the right direction? I kind of paint in stuff that I should have done later in the process, but I just do it to get a sense of whether I'm you know going right or not. So, and yeah, I one tool which I want to really, I mean, it's cool because it's really cool, but
Whoa, okay.
yeah, but it's basically the blending, it's the mixer tool. So if you see here, maybe I can just do a quirky thing here. So if I have like a, you know, ouch, sorry. If I have like a darker color here and I use my chisel brush and I keep the mixer brush on, you see, I can sort of mix the two colors here, and I can actually sort of, even you see, like I can drag the color and mix it into the other color. So this really helps to blend in certain things. But if you, I mean, you can use it. It gives you also like this oil painting, feel, like a traditional feel to the whole thing if you use it. But I use it efficiently. Don't use it too much, maybe if somebody's, but it's handy. It's really awesome. It's better to. I think I learned a lot from Juan's demo where he keeps like saying this is cheating. This is too simple. Come on, you should not use these things. Just paint with colors. And he's actually right. You should try to find these blending values with the colors. Maybe that can help. Oh, I'm
Mm-hmm,
talking so
mm-hmm.
much.
Yeah, I've been trying to test the smudge thing a lot, and now I feel like even more cheating because like you don't have to do anything with that. You just but and then I also find myself smudging stuff around a lot, and then it takes so long that I think like, wow, maybe it would have been faster to just paint in the actual colors in the first place
Yeah, yeah,
instead of trying to like trick the colors into going where you want them to go. Just like actually
yeah.
put them there. Um, but okay, let me see if there's any other. Let's see if we have any. Oh, hey Ben. Well, it's one of our regular guys. There's a lot of new people in here, but yeah, we got some of the regulars in. Okay. So a lot of people talking about the woodpecker noise. We've got, what is your favorite type of lighting condition or place to paint? Oh yeah, and somebody asked also, what is your favorite place to paint? And
In Paris,
in everywhere, I guess.
anything that has good lighting condition. Like for example, I remember I went in the middle of the afternoon, and I was in a very cool spot, but then the lighting was so like dull for me. Like it was so bland that I was not like, it has to excite me somehow, and not every yes, in the evenings is pretty cool. I like to go mostly in the evenings because the light is really really beautiful. You can call it the golden hour because it gives you more color options, but I gravitate a lot towards night because I think I mean it kind of brings in these I don't know, I'm fascinated with the lights, like especially you see these, like for example, I'll just show you, like it's I think it's just this kicks, like I just add these
Yeah,
bunch
yeah,
of whites, and you're like,
yeah.
oh,
Then
it's
yeah,
coming there. You
it's
feel, yeah,
yeah, it's
and then
magical.
yeah, and then suddenly you see that there is a there is a gradient tool which I was not aware for a very long time. Like for example, if you see that in the reference here, you have this. I mean, I will not use the gradient tool because it kind of uh, brings in a very digital look suddenly. Like for example, if I had to paint the shadows on the floor, I can make it look like a photograph. I can paint it in a way that it will start looking like a photograph, but my whole approach is not that. I mean, you can use the gradient tool effectively here. Like for example, I can add like a yellow orange halo around
Mm.
the lights just to give them a glow. But also you can use the airbrush to kind of emulate that, if you see here. But it completely depends upon what kind of style or way you want to paint in. So yeah, I mean, I don't know where I went with that question, but yeah.
No, no, that's
But
good. That's good.
yeah, so
So you like nighttime because it's
I'll
more magical,
yeah, for me it's
basically.
very magical. For me it's very magical. I
Uh,
mean, yeah, especially in Paris. Like, it's cool.
yeah, it's unique. Like I don't see that many nighttime plein air paintings in general. So
Yeah,
it's kind of interesting, and I think that definitely comes a lot too from digital because it's such
yeah,
a it's so much easier. Actually, it's easier. It's the opposite of traditional because in traditional it's easier to paint during the day, but in digital it's easier to paint during the night because you
yes.
don't have any glare, which is the digital painter's greatest enemy is glare. Um, but
And also I think I felt that there were a lot of people who were like asking about the night paintings, and I some people had this thought that okay, night painting is easy because if you, like for example, if you have this night means it's all dark, and you can just add bunch of lights and it's done, but not really. Like I had this notion initially, when I was beginning, but I realized that even in, like, if you see this, like there is a difference between there is a lot of range,
right, right, right.
like it's not always black. There is
Yeah,
this, if you see, there is this much range here if
yeah,
you look at my slider,
and
and that's what,
yeah.
yeah, yeah,
Oh, I was just gonna say. Also, I feel like where my my painting teacher always used to tell us like all the there's so much saturation in the shadows. Like all the color actually hides in the shadows
yeah,
sometimes.
yeah,
Is
yeah, actually,
because it doesn't get the shadows aren't blown out at all by light, so they kind of retain a lot of color. They can
yeah,
be very rich.
yeah,
Um,
absolutely. And yeah, I mean, and see again, it's a matter of discovery. Like for example, I'm still discovering so many things while I'm doing this. And when I'm painting, it's not for Instagram or like, oh, look how cool I'm painting. No, it's just it's I'm fascinated because of like how my eyes are getting to see the colors. I'm kind of patting my eyes, saying thank you, thank you for seeing these colors, because I'm trying to trust my eyes more, and I'm happy that I'm able to see, and I'm sure there's so much more to understand, in terms of shapes, forms. But I think eventually when I keep painting more, I'll learn all that.
Yeah,
But
man,
yeah,
it's pretty amazing. I love what you do. Um,
thank you so much, man.
okay, let's see. Well, there's oh, okay. I saw this question from Anthony. He says, Vajra, how did you first find out about heavy paint, and what were your first impressions?
Okay, this is a very nice question, because because when I discovered, honestly, so obviously at that time, I mean, am I allowed to take names of other painting tools, or how is it?
Yeah, yeah, sure.
Okay, cool. So I was completely a Photoshop guy. Like, I used to paint in Photoshop for a very long time. And in Photoshop, I was not able to do plein airs, obviously, because I didn't have, and also I didn't have an iPad for a very long time. And I bought the iPad like last year, I believe, last year, I guess. And I didn't have an app to paint. And then you had Procreate, and I bought Procreate, and I was using Procreate for a while. But I tried to do a lot of live painting, but I think I discovered heavy paint last month. Okay, this is the first, because I know the date of my first painting, because it was July 7th or 15th, I guess, and I was using heavy paint for the first time, and I rejected it on the first go. I was like, no ways. This is because what happened was, I'll show you. Sorry, I'm getting away from the painting, but this is what I was seeing. Okay, so you see the sliders.
Yeah.
Okay, and I told Juan about this as well, that when I open the app, and I'm like, wait, whoa, how do what's happening? You see, like, not, I don't know where is my light color, dark color, why is it? So I I completely sort of said, no, this is not working out, and I didn't know that there was the familiar slider, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna give it a shot, and I think I installed it on my iPad first, and then I went into there's a park called as Jardin. No, wait, it was sorry, Parc des Montsouris. It's quite it's near Cité Université. People who know Paris a bit. So I went there, and I started doing. I did one painting, and I think it was this one. This one, I guess. Yeah, and this is where I was like, okay. This is cool. For me, I was like, this was my first.
Wait, that was the first one? No.
Yeah, this was my first one. Yes.
Oh
yes.
God. Jeez.
And I got hooked onto it, and then I came back, and I think I took pictures on the way, and I did. I liked the first one more, but this I was trying to see. I did this very simple, but I wanted to get this glare thingy from the car.
Yeah.
And I was I think I was successful in my own way. I was like, oh, it's coming there, And then I did more. Then I installed it on my PC, and I started doing more paintings. And I think eventually I kind of picked it up, and it happened in the span of 20 days, And like I can maybe browse through these paintings quickly so that I can take a break from.
Yeah.
So I mean, this was these are also very simple couple of things that I did. This is from another park. This was live. This was this was very cool, because like it's very patchy, like it's just very random stroke, but the colors, I was very happy with how I could kind of get the colors and the whole mood. It's more with the mood, and if you see it's nothing. If you see, this is just lasso tool going wild.
Yeah, it's a party.
Yeah.
It's a party in there.
It's a party.
Crazy.
It's a party in there, and I really enjoyed this. And then this was my second favorite, because I think this was my night painting for the this was my second night painting. My first one was this was my first night painting.
Oh man, everybody in the chat hates you right now.
So sorry.
First painting. Oh my God.
And then I did this was because actually this was this I like it personally, because I was tired, but I wanted to get this feeling, and I think I'm happy with whatever it was. And then this was the next one I did. I think I did 3 paintings back to back. because I was in that space and I wanted to capture it. This is my favorite because I was able to, get that. Like if you see, this is a huge big patch of yellow. It was like this, when I was painting, so it was super cool.
Wait,
I
what is that yellow light there?
It's actually like a partition, and it's being actually lit by uh what do you say? It's like a fence.
Yeah. But
Yeah,
it's
it's
like a translucent fence with light behind it or something like that?
no, no, no.
Or
It's
in
it's
front of.
it's a it's yeah, it's in front of, and all these lamps are actually lighting it completely yellow. And I was like,
Oh,
what? And
wow.
you can see these silhouettes in front of it, and that kind of was pretty cool for me.
Yeah.
And the pain was to paint this wheel. I got too caught up because it was
The wheel's
like
moving, right?
wheels moving, and the worst was that how to do radial stuff in heavy paint. I was a bit confused at that time because you're like, I'm not getting. But yeah, I mean, I'm
Yeah.
happy with the other areas.
There,
Uh,
there's always so many people like in the park. I like that
yeah,
about the paintings, or I guess about France in general. It seems like there's more people hanging out
yeah.
and relaxing all the time. It seems so nice.
Yeah. So yeah, these are a couple of more of them. This is again from another park I did. Uh, and then I think this for me
Oh yeah.
was a very interesting one because I kind of got the mood that I wanted. I was because it had a lot of information, but I kind of got the mood that I wanted, and then I think I kind of got hang of heavy paint slowly, slowly. This was another painting I did. This was my favorite again. I don't know. I mean, it was from my trip to Lyon, and this was a warehouse. This was actually an artist painting area. Like this is where somebody's studio is,
Mm.
and we were backing the car. We were saying goodbye to these friends, and I immediately took a picture of this place because it was lit by just the headlight of the car,
Mm-hmm.
and I love the light, and I thought I should someday. I said someday I'll paint it maybe, and I decided to paint it, and I added these
Yeah.
characters,
Mm.
which kind of adds to the whole thingy.
Yeah. Man.
And
That's
this is
cool.
my yeah. I was happy with this as well. This was another view.
And
Yeah,
yeah, so
this
they're
was
starting to add more characters lately, huh?
yeah. I'm trying to see. This was again, I love the light of this place, and I had fun. Like I had. It was painful as well because you don't. It was difficult to get the right colors here. I like what's happening here for me personally. Like this was challenging. Like this part, you can get the yellows and stuff, but this is a bit tricky for me at least.
Yeah.
So I was happy with
Yeah, that kind of
this.
repeating detail is always a
Yeah,
bit of a nightmare, but you seem
yeah,
to do it pretty well. Oh,
and
wow.
yeah.
Oh, I
And yeah,
love
this
this
was
one. Love that. The airport.
and yeah, this was actually so the photograph that I used for this was not like this. It was dull gray, very badly shot photo. It was from Norway airport when
Mm-hmm.
I was traveling last year, and I just took a picture. And the thing is, uh, I started with a yellow patch. Honestly, like the first patch that I did was a yellow patch, and I was like, let me try to change the whole color of this painting, and then I ended up eventually using the colors as you see here. So the reference was completely different. It was
Yeah.
completely dull gray.
That's
Yeah,
that I mean, I'm sure we all in have questions about that because I sort of have trouble with that too. Like when you have a reference and it's maybe not so exciting and you need to
yeah,
somehow make it awesome.
yeah.
That's tricky to do. Like, do you use another photo to help you
No,
get this
no, no,
lighting, or you just make it up, or?
no. It was all made up. I think what I was trying to do was, I think in my head, I don't know technically how I'll be able to describe it, but in my head I was trying to replace those values with a color that kind of works well with the adjacent color. I don't know how to explain it, but I was just painting the colors that I feel could work. Like for example, this blue here, I saw a highlight on the plane, but it was not. I don't know even I can spot this picture because I have to dig my freaking hard drive. But maybe if I find it, I can later share it, I guess.
Sure, sure.
But
It's
yeah, yeah, same with, I can actually show you another one. Same with this. For example, this is a completely different color palette that I tried because the photo was in the afternoon, and I just took a. It was in the park just next to my house, and I
mm-hmm.
tried you know doing taking a
Yeah,
picture,
yeah.
and then I tried to change the color, and I think it worked for me here as well. Like
Yeah.
I like things
That's
happening.
crazy. There's a lot of like yellow and green and orange.
Yeah,
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 green and orange is always a nice combo, huh? It's
yeah,
always like
yeah,
feels
yeah.
fresh.
And this one also, I mean, I think it's quite colorful. I don't know. I think I'm doing so much saturated work. Like I suddenly dwelled. I was tripping on colors suddenly. I was like, oh, let me use this as well. I mean, it's overdoing it sometimes, but I was like, okay, let's see what happens. So
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, some of more. Yeah, this is also very old, but this was actually I can before I because I think I'm shit. It's already 45 minutes.
It's
Freak.
okay. It's
Okay.
okay. Don't worry. We're
Okay.
not in any
So
rush.
yeah, this I want to share because it's a very interesting experiment. So this was around 7:30 in the night, and this was live when I was doing it, and the light was really nice and beautiful and blah blah blah, and then suddenly the light changed, and I was like, oh, and I saw greens, like literally this section, like this is my favorite section of, like, there was this green, and there was these beautiful spots of light that I was seeing, and I mean rest is all like because the light was changing, but I kind of was happy because I could do like back to back two paintings with different lighting conditions,
So
and
did you
yeah.
cut off the first painting early in order to, or wait, how does it work? So you completely finished this one and you're like, now you're relaxing for a little while and then you see another view that's really nice and you decide to start again? Is that how it goes?
No, no, actually, the thing is, when I was doing this, the light has already changed, but with the information that I have with my current painting, I'm still trying to,
Oh, okay. So
try.
you're just remembering what it was and trying
Yeah,
to,
and I'm trying to finish this, and then I know that it's now this, and
yeah.
I was like, okay, let's take another canvas in heavy paint, and then try another option. And this was very quick. Like, this took me a lot of time. Like, it took me maybe 40 minutes, and this would be probably 15 minutes. You get the point? Like, because I think I was exhausted as well, but I was like, I have to get the
Yeah,
night
yeah. And you're
thing.
already familiar with the spot, so you can
Yes,
you
because
know
you've
it.
already painted this one before, so you can, yeah. But if you see, like, for example, here you see there are these slopes that are coming down. I mean, it's not very evident, but there are these slopes here that are coming down,
Mm-hmm.
and here I couldn't see them. Like, even if I tried, I was not able to see the colors because it was so dark. Like,
Yeah, yeah,
my
yeah.
eyes were not able to see anything, but I still, like, sort of just did something about
You
it.
just know it's there at least.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, these are a couple of. I should get back to the painting because people will be like, "What?"
No, no, they're really loving these paintings. They're all like sending fire emojis and stuff and tripping on color. It's amazing.
Yeah.
Let's see. Well, let me see if they're asking any other
Sure.
questions.
Sure.
Let's see. Doing food study. There are a lot of people complaining about Zoom. I guess it's good that we're not using Zoom for
Yeah. I
now.
mean, it works for me, but the thing is, I mean, I don't really use Zoom much until unless I'm like, okay, I need to like paint everything that's printed on that stone.
Oh no, sorry. They were talking about Zoom, like the screen sharing Zoom, like the video call Zoom.
Ah.
There,
Okay. Okay.
I
Oh.
guess like a lot of the Zoom rooms are getting full or something like that. But that's why we
Oh.
do it
Oh.
on YouTube because we can have
Really.
as many people as we want on
Yeah.
YouTube. Yeah, Georgette says dope lighting in all of these, and then
Thank you. Thank you so
let's
much.
see. Oh, and they're asking again how much time. And you said it was like 40. One was like
40
45
minutes,
minutes. One was.
yeah, 45 minutes, 15 minutes. It can go to, again, till I have the energy and my,
Mm-hmm.
I'm not trying to do quick because, see, you have to be quick because you're actually kind of running with time.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah,
but
it has to
yeah,
be. It has to be fast for this
yeah,
kind
it
of
has to
stuff.
be fast for yeah.
Let's see. Manny Shu, Manuel Shu. Hi. Do you prefer painting on iPad or PC, and why?
Uh, Actually, both of them are cool. I mean, iPad because you can easily go out and you can study from life, and I would recommend most of the people try to do that if you have an iPad. And trust me, even phone, it's not it's super cool. Huh? If you have a stylus, like a tiny stylus, and you have a big screen on your phone, you can even install it on your phone. I was trying to do it in the trains in the metro,
Mm.
trying to capture some stuff. I was not very efficient with it, but maybe I was tired as well. But I think you can try it on phone. But I like both of them. It depends upon what you want to do.
Mm-hmm.
PC is good. PC is I like the PC one. I feel like I'm sitting and it's stable. If you're doing studies, you can also. I mean, if you're on your PC, you can also do still life studies. You can keep stuff in front of you, and you can practice
Yeah, yeah.
and get some interesting things
Yeah,
going.
I feel like maybe more detailed stuff is nicer on the computer, and then
Yeah, yeah,
quick and gestural things on the iPad maybe. But I
yeah.
mean, yeah, either way. And I guess the other cool thing is on iPad you can do split screen on there too if you want to do studies. So you can have like your
Yes,
photo on
yes.
the side and then do painting.
Yeah.
Um, okay, let's see. And then Ben says Vajra is Indian Monet. Let's see.
Sweet.
Oh, do. Heavy Paint reminds me of old school JavaScript Okaki apps like Ship Painter, Sheet Painter. I've never seen that. Have you heard of that one?
No, I mean the last time we talked, we were talking about alchemy,
Oh yeah,
which was
Alchemy. Yeah.
yeah, alchemy was I don't know how many people have used, but it's a really cool stuff as well. I mean, it's nobody
Mm-hmm.
uses it, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. It was a great project, but unfortunately, it
yeah,
kind of died out after a while.
yeah.
Um, I guess the donations weren't enough. uh, okay, let's see. Charlie, hey Charlie, he says, is there any Indian temple or obscure area that tourists don't know but you recommend for painting?
You can go to there's I mean if you've been to India or if you are from India, you can Ajanta and Ellora is really really a beautiful place because you have these beautiful temples. There's a Shiva temple there, and there's a lot of Buddha, caves, and the caves are amazing. Like to study, and it's actually sort of engraved in this huge hill, and it's a very scenic place to go. And yes, you can go to Rajasthan if you travel there.
Oh,
To
wait, how do you spell
Yeah,
the first one?
Ajanta, Ajanta, Ajanta,
Okay, I'm gonna
and
bring it
Ellora.
up.
Yeah, I can't even. Can I type
I
it on
I'll
Skype?
I'll bring it up on the
Okay,
screen
okay,
so they
okay.
can see where it.
Yeah, or maybe any Indian on the Skype can probably help by just
Calling
suggesting
all
the
Indians. We uh
rescue.
um oh wow.
Okay.
So these are carved into the wall rock in
It's from
Ajanta?
it's from single rock. Yes, yes, and it's
Oh
so
wow.
so crazy to look at it from life when you actually sort of
Jeez.
uh, it's really cool.
Wow. Okay. Okay. Yeah, that's definitely like that's crazy stuff. Okay. And then the other one was what was the other one called?
The other is, I mean, Ajanta and Ellora, it's the same. I mean, it's nearby. It's not, uh,
Mhm.
yeah. And the other one is Rajasthan. In Rajasthan, you have beautiful, uh, temples that you can actually temples and forts. I think it's famous for forts. You can visit the forts, and I think my Indian friends would be able to because I'm not able to immediately talk about it in my head because I'm trying to focus here,
Oh
but
yeah, yeah.
maybe
There's
yeah, no,
actually
no.
a good Indian representation in here. Everybody's telling
So cool.
the typing in the names here, and oh wow. Okay, so this I'm showing the pictures on the stream as next to your
Oh,
painting. And
that's cool.
are you okay?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Does it sound
I'm
okay?
not able to see anything.
You're not. Oh, it's okay. It's okay. I'll. There's lots of hearts coming in.
Wow.
There's yeah. Sophie sends like 20 hearts. That's
Is
nice.
that Sophie Lee?
Yes, you know
Oh my
Sophie.
God. Oh my God. She's my classmate.
Ah, okay.
And she's amazing. She's a brilliant artist. I mean, you should check out Sophie Lee's work, please. I mean, I hope you know Sophie Lee one as one. Do you know Sophie Lee?
I don't know her. No.
She is phenomenal, and she's at the Lightbox Expo as well. She is. I think she's doing a book there. I'm not sure exactly, but she's an amazing artist, and you must follow her work. She's really cool.
Is it Sophie Creation?
No, it's MM Coconuts. She goes by the name on
M
Instagram as
M M
MM Coconuts. She's
MM
phenomenal.
Coconuts. Okay, let's see.
Yeah.
Let's see. Whoa. Dang, you Goblin people are crazy. What's
They're
going on?
taking like legends like Sophie Lee. She's amazing. She's amazing. You
So
should check
so
out.
she's doing the master's program too?
Yeah, yeah. She's in the same program. She's with yeah. We're all kind of in our final year trying to do a film together this year, which is
Wow.
super exciting. And today was the first day of school, so I just literally rushed from my school from a presentation, and I kind of came here to do this thing, and I don't know where I'm going with this, but
As you do. What?
yeah.
Did something break? Oh no.
Can you see me? Can you hear me?
Yeah, yeah, we can hear it. Oh man, these are beautiful. You got any other Goblin people we should look
Yeah,
at?
yeah, I would love to. There is Leah Piaszek. I mean, I have to do it by default because she's my, roommate and my teammate, and she's amazing. We're gonna be doing our films together.
Wait. How do I pronounce?
Leah,
By
Leah,
by
and
Leia by hand?
no, Leah Piaszek or Leah Animation, Leah underscore animation, LEA. It's a very common French name.
LEA underscore animation.
Animation, I guess. Yeah, and she's cool as well. She does some very beautiful, illustrations. Uh,
Miss Animator? Wait, I don't see it.
okay,
L
wait, I'm gonna
L
LEA underscore animation.
what?
Leah, maybe?
LEAH? You know her?
No, no, there's no H. There is
Oh,
just
no H.
LEA underscore animation.
Animation.
Yeah.
I see learn logo animation.
No.
Hmm.
Leah, if you're watching the so sorry, if you're watching this live, please put your handle. She's really cool, and also, I mean, there's so many amazing people. There is one of my favorite artists in Gobelin is also Alexandra Petit. She is. You can follow her work as well. Alex underscore Petit, Petit.
Okay, Alex underscore Petit. Okay, I have some photos of a random person. I don't
It's
think this is
no, it's a
artist.
yellow. No, it's a yellow
Oh, I
illustration. Like,
see. Okay, the yellow
yeah,
one. Got it. Oh wow. Jeez, you
she
guys.
does. Yeah, she does stuff traditionally, and she's amazing. Like, she's very sensitive to her work. Like, I mean, and she's very. She's cool. She's cool. It's good to be surrounded by such amazing people.
Wow. Yeah, I like this. These dancing and wrestling series is really great.
And there is another person, Magali, Magali underscore Dunyach, Dunyach. I'm shouting out to these, cool Gobelin people,
Oh man,
and
jeez. This is um man.
Wow.
Woo.
Hello.
Okay. All right. You guys.
I am literally sort of, I don't know what I'm doing here with the with the paint. I'm like, because I mean, I think you need a lot of, yeah, one thing is like you need a lot of focus, I feel. I think when I see Juan painting, he's so chill. he's talking, chilling. I need a lot of like this while I'm doing stuff.
Oh, you're doing a very good job of
I don't.
talking. Like,
Thanks. I thought you were gonna compliment my painting. I'm like, no, you're
no,
good.
no,
You're
no,
doing a
no,
great
no, no.
job.
The painting. I mean, talking while painting. I know you're gonna do a good job with the painting. That's by default. The question is, will you be able to talk while painting? And I think you're
Uh,
doing good. Um, okay, let's see. Esther says, Vajra hugs from Kilkenny. Come to visit already. You have a lot of fans all over the place.
I have no clue, but oh, that's so sweet. Thank you, thank you.
um, let's see. And then, is HP compatible for CMYK? I don't know. You can just convert it to CMYK, but there's no CMYK mode in it. Can you talk a bit more about the school and how you chose it from all the other schools? Says Georgette.
Uh, okay. I knew this question was about to come. So I mean, I've been a big fan of Goblin's work for a very long time, and actually, this is my second master's because I kind of graduated in 2008. I did my master's in animation design from IDC IIT Bombay, as I told before, and I've been a big fan, and I wanted a change in my life and my approach to my work, and I like the films, especially the quality of animation and aesthetics that are there in Goblin's film, and mm, and I mean I know that this is, and it's actually comparatively it's not too pricey. Like the fees is pretty decent for being this great a school, though it's expensive for people from different countries. It's a bit tricky, but yeah, I mean, and I also sort of I was lucky that I got a scholarship which kind of covers my tuition fee, which is a great feeling for me. And it's mostly the work that excited me to sort of join this place. And I was selected, and it's a prestigious school, so it's also super, it's a privilege to be here. And also the teachers are really really cool. Like we have very cool industry experts that come and teach you, and we have some legends who are already, yeah. And well, by the way, I think I should disclose it. We're gonna have a live, like, because he cannot come here, Mr. Glenn Keane is gonna be doing a master class for us, which was like, today
Wow.
we were like, oh,
Gee.
Mr. Glenn Keane is gonna be here, so that's cool. I mean, you have such cool people coming, for us to teach and stuff. But yeah, I think personally, I feel what Gobelin is because of the students. Because if you have you need an environment which is full of super talented people and exciting people, and who are passionate to sort of venture on this journey. And right now, I think Gobelin is now focusing a lot more on stories, which is really really cool, because uh, we are from the international batch, and getting people from different parts of the world is adding to the whole storytelling, because everybody brings in their cool culture, and
Mm-hmm.
and things. So I think that's really changing in Gobelin now because of the international batch. Earlier, I mean, I was a fan of the work, but earlier it was, if you see, most of the films were actually chase sequences. Like there were things chasing each other. There was beautiful dynamic animations.
Yeah, yeah.
But I think now things are changing, and also a lot of films are going for prestigious awards and stuff. So it kind of gives you a boost as well. Kind of puts you on the map somewhere. So yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that's good. We need more non-chase animation, I guess. That's good.
Yeah.
Um,
They're gonna kill me for this statement. Yeah.
yeah, no, I mean, yeah, Goblin is, of course, it's world famous. Like every student I've ever seen from there is always like mind blowing. And
Yeah.
I
I
worked
think.
with one guy who went
Uh,
there to, his name is Julian, and his characters were just like next level stuff. He's doing like, and so fast too. Like, oh my gosh,
Yeah,
you guys are so
sure.
crazy.
No, I think it's something to do with the French culture as well. I feel there's, they I think they start pretty early. Like I remember that I started my venturing into drawing, or even just scribbling very late in life. Here everybody starts really early, and it's also Paris, or in general Europe. It's the whole Renaissance thing,
Yeah, yeah.
and you're surrounded by light, love, food. There's so much beauty, it's an art especially. So
Yeah.
I think it affects. Yeah.
I was really, well, pleasantly surprised when I went to work in Spain last year. I was there for
Uh-huh.
3 months, and I was taking the train every day, like, and all the stations are named after painters, so that's kind of cool.
Oh,
They're all
so
like,
cool.
you got Goya Station and blah blah blah. It's just it's a yeah, a different culture
Yeah.
from here in the U.S. at least, and it's nice.
Yeah. We're already past our 1 hour, but I'm
Yeah,
so
yeah.
sorry.
Well, let me see if there's any last question. Why is everybody typing goblins in the chat? There's like 6 people that they just only goblin, and that's it. What are they saying? Do you know these people? There's a CD, Esther, Dudo.
Oh, Dudo. Yeah, I know Dudo. Dudo is my my roommate.
Okay. Vero Nicholas, 13 Pre, Idranil, Vibav.
Okay.
There's, I guess these are all goblin people.
Yeah, yeah.
Let's see.
Some of them, yeah. Most of them are, yeah, Goblinites. I hope.
Oh, because someone asked, how do you spell the school name? That's why.
Oh, that's interesting.
Let's see. How do
Okay.
these, Rishav says, how do these studies help you in filmmaking?
Okay. I will give you a very quick example. Because it happened to me, and I was super super happy because it happened to me last week. I was hired on a project in Paris, and it came out of the blue. And I was working with this amazing director, Olivier Lescott. He's done some crazy animation, videos and commercial. This is at the studio Brunch, and they called me for doing concept development on a commercial that they had they had to do. And the thing is, I mean, I have done freelance before, and this was like I had to visit the studio and be there and use the tools that they offer. Like they gave me like Photoshop as a tool, and they're like, okay, and they briefed me about the idea. and and I have to confess that when I opened Photoshop, I was like, how do I use Photoshop? I forgot Photoshop completely. Thanks to you, Juan. Thanks
Oh
to
no.
HEAVYPAINT. I have
Uh-oh.
I cannot work in Photoshop anymore. It's because I feel it's twice the time. Because here, if you see, like I can literally very quickly generate some really cool concepts. And I think because I have now I'm slowly understanding colors and color relationships, and I can create a space using the understanding of colors and forms. I think it helps me generate quick concepts. And even like if you see, this painting is very very loose, but it kind of gives an idea of painting. And right now I'm painting from a photograph, but in the industry work, you can take references, but you have to create a completely new composition and space. And I think just having a knowledge of what these spaces look like, or how light works in an environment, how separating the characters from the space, or general compositions as well, it kind of gives you a good idea of how to do these things. And I did all my concept last week it was, and I did all my concepts in HEAVYPAINT, like really quick. And I mean, and I was super happy, super happy. I mean, I can't show them because of the NDA, but I would have loved to. And they were really, and the most interesting thing was, I mean, most of the briefs these days, Vaughn has set Juan and the team has set the bar so high that every second brief says something like Spider-Verse,
Oh, oh no.
And now everybody wants it to look like, Spider-Verse, which is cool, but you guys have created a great unique look, through the work that you've generated. I mean, I'm really very young in this whole business, but for me, looking at the work that has been generated, it's like setting a bar, and somebody, and to even do that kind of work, it needs a lot of hard work and understanding of things. So and they wanted, the brief was that they wanted something like Spider-Verse and stuff like that. Obviously, I mean, I'm not a Spider-Verse guy, but I could at least come, do something which was close enough,
Yeah.
and Heavy Paint was super super cool.
Yeah, that's
Uh,
that's really cool
yeah,
to hear. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, there
I don't
there
know
definitely has been like a surge of Spider-Verse esque type painting lately. I
yeah.
think it's interesting to see. Um, Man, I'm doing a bad job of the answering the questions because I'm trying. I want to listen to everyone with the questions, and I also want to listen to you, and then my brain is like splitting into. So I'm sorry, I'm not like a good host, but I will. I think there's a question here that's been. I don't know if this is a tricky question to answer, but
Yeah, yeah.
they
Please.
are saying they've asked it twice already, and I missed it twice. Let me go back. Uh, oh God, I lost it again. Oh, shoot. It was like the question was, can you just talk about your general process of color theory and shapes and like
It's yeah. I mean, you know what? When I'll be very very honest about this. When I was starting into this whole painting thing, I was asking these questions. Like, what is the theory behind it? I mean, there is a lot of theory if you want to read theory, but there is a lot of practical, and if you can, like, I would say, I mean, you can start just pick up heavy paint, if you or pick up colors, to be honest. If you want to really, learn colors and stuff, just pick up and paint. And uh, I know it sounds very like, okay, but how do I do it? But the thing is, you eventually, if you put in hours, and also surround yourself with good work, like see the master paintings and stuff, you will understand colors more. Like, I'm still learning, like I'm not very perfect with what I'm doing. It's not like I see Juan's work. I don't know if you have, I don't know how, what a genius this guy is. If you have not seen Juan's work,
oh no.
you have to, because the thing is, and there's some amazing, by the ways, I think tomorrow and day after, there are going to be some amazing artists who are going to be presenting heavy paint, and they're like masters of their. I see their work, and I'm like, oh shit, so cool. And I'm honored to be sort of, kind of painting this thing, among these people. But it's a lot of hard work. It's a lot of hours. And maybe Juan, you would be able to answer that better, because I would love to hear from you more on this.
I guess I have a similar thought of like when I was starting out, I think I was trying to make up stuff from scratch.
Yeah.
I never really like I wasn't formally trained in painting or like yeah, this kind of landscape art. I I thought I could learn it by just trying to make it up and do it, from my head.
Right.
But and everything I was doing was kind of just, made up and random and sort of not real, I guess. But and then I think lately, just from doing lots and lots and lots and lots and lots and lots of studies, now I feel
The number of
I feel
lots.
much more confident. I feel like
Yeah.
I might, have a better chance of when I'm making up something. I might have a better chance of stumbling into something that makes sense. And you
Yeah.
can't just get that from thin air. You have to just
Yeah.
copy and study and do it over and over and over and over and over.
Yeah.
um,
True.
So yeah,
Yeah, and I mean, see, the thing is, everybody, what's happening in this age, especially digital age, is that, and I'm not saying, I mean, I'm not saying in a rude way, but everybody wants to know the formula. They want, what's the formula behind this. And I'm sure most of you guys who have come to Heavy Paint's demo as well right now, is like, what is the formula? And honestly speaking, I mean, I've been, it's just you paint. You just sit and paint, and you start believing in your eyes, honestly speaking. And you start telling yourself that, okay, I'm getting there. I'm able to see stuff. And it's all practical. There's a lot of practical here. You have to paint a lot, as one said, a lot.
what
And yeah,
one thing too that I think I realized later on with painting is that the thing that I was lacking the most starting out was sight. I couldn't see certain colors.
yeah,
And I really realized this when I was taking Peter Chan's class. He had a painting class, and he would come over to everybody and just sit behind you and be like, "Hey Vaughn, why don't you put some orange there in the shadow?" And
oh,
I'm like, what orange? There's no orange there. Like, what are you talking about?
right,
Like, you're a crazy person. There's no orange there. But but then later on, I actually do start to see these like weird little orange, weird green, slight
yeah,
purple, and they're actually there. It's just that you're not able to see it when you're starting out. You
yeah,
just you ignore it. You ignore all these little subtle things at first, and you it really seems like a crazy person when they tell you that there's color there. But
yeah,
so that will come eventually when you really look hard and
yeah,
patiently. And you could even do this thing where you could look at a white corner of a wall
yeah,
and try to see how many different colors you can see in that white corner. You know it's a white corner, but there's going to
yeah,
be lots of different colors in there if you really look hard. So it's like it's just and that's it. Like painting itself is not hard. Like picking colors
yeah,
and putting them down, any idiot can do that. I think the hard part is like actually being able to see what color is there,
yeah,
and
yeah.
yeah.
That's true. Uh, wow. This whole scene, I like that the wall corner of the wall thing. It sounds cool. The you know the thing that you just
Yeah, you look like a crazy person also when you stare at a wall, the corner of a wall for too long. Oh man. Um, let's see. This is somebody says this is the formula. Make a list of your favorite artists and your favorite works, and list specific aspects of the work that you want to be yours, and then make that what you work towards. That's an interesting idea.
yeah, yeah.
Like
Who is this guy?
collect all the superpowers of all your
Yeah.
favorite superheroes and combine them. This is Mr. F, Mr. or Mrs. F. That's their name. It's F.
Is it?
Um, let's see. F also
Sorry, I'm
says,
just.
"I am Spartacus." We have some characters in here.
I'm just going crazy with this painting now. Like, oh, where do I go? Yeah. Are there any more questions or?
Yeah, there's like an infinite amount that I've missed because I'm bad at reading. Let me see. I'm gonna scroll back here. Um, well, I guess this is a slightly related question. Is when you're doing studies from life, how do you decide if you're gonna change or exaggerate certain aspects of the study?
Uh, it's a very, I mean, it's a very internal question. Like, for example, when you're watching a, how do I say, how do I put it in words? Is the issue here? Uh, like for example, I could just probably give an example of this painting itself. If you see the, like, the colors here are not exactly the colors here, but I'm like trying to push that yellow because I just want to, see how, and also it might be inaccuracy of painting as well. I mean, you can say that, oh, this guy's not able to paint accurate colors, but it's also like right now I know that it was a choice where I'm trying to sort of put a bright yellow, and I can subdue it over time if I feel like spending more time on this. I can subdue it and I make it exactly like this. But I feel that there is it's very hard to describe it in words because it's what you feel while you're actually in that spot and you're painting. You will push the colors. Sometimes you end up, if you're trying to be too technical about it and not free in your process, you might even end up making it too muddy and trying to make it like a photograph. But I've done that. I've fallen into the trap. But if you keep it loose, I believe, and also try, like when Vaughn said, right, Peter was behind him and said, just put an orange. Why not experiment? Like try putting something else and see how it responds to you. It will talk to you. The colors really talk to you back. And I mean, it sounds very philosophical, but it's more like you will I think you'll understand. I mean, I'm still understanding, honestly. It's not that I'm super pro at it, but yeah.
Can you paint with all the colors of the wind? Is that what you
Yes.
Okay, we have another question. What is your favorite animated movie of all time? By Shreya.
Shit. I think the Ghibli movies are cool, but my personal favorite is Prince of Egypt. I don't know. I like the way they handle Prince of Egypt. But yes, Spirited Away. There is Paprika that I really like. From I forgot the guy's name. Freak.
Oh yeah, the Satoshi Kon.
Satoshi Kon. Yes. And Ghost in the Shell.
I feel like Prince of Egypt. Like you kind of, your colors remind me of Prince of Egypt a little bit sometimes. Maybe not. I don't know. Like the
maybe I am. Maybe
it's
maybe it's like when I went to my bachelor's school for the first time, I think I was lucky that in that library there was the Art of Prince of Egypt, and I was just flipping through it. I did not like sit and copy it because this was 2004, and I just saw the stuff and I was like, oh my god! And I think Nathan Folks was one of the cool guy who did like a lot of pieces from there, and some amazing artists. But I think somewhere in the conscious, I believe it's there, like somewhere in the conscious, it stays, and later when it comes out on its own somewhere. Maybe I'm just guessing, it might be like that. But yeah, I think looking at good art is very important, I believe. People will be like, when is this guy finishing this
No. They're still
next question.
They're still asking questions. I'm trying to find. Oh, they're still talking about Italy.
What?
They're saying, they're asking. Even is asking, how is your French? Do you feel like Gobelin is tough if you're not native French speaker?
No, I think Gobelin is fine if you're a English speaker because I'm in an international, because this is an international course, and Gobelin did a cool thing where they started this international course 5 years back where it's the same course. It's just that it's open to international students, and it's been taught by English teachers. I mean, they're French teachers, but they try their best to speak in English, and I think it's tough for them because it's very tough for them to speak in English. But I think if you're in France, my French sucks because I have to practice. It's been a year and I'm telling myself, yes, I'm going to study, I'm going to learn, but you have to invest a bit of time in that. But I believe being in France, I think it's better you learn French, because otherwise you'll still feel like a tourist. You want to be if you want to be in this place and you want to work, especially in the studios and stuff, I think it's better you learn French just to survive, and you feel home otherwise. For me it's difficult a bit because Hindi is my native language, and then I learned English all my life. I mean, as a kid, and then another language. I wish I would have studied French a bit before, but it doesn't matter, honestly. But to stay in France, yes, it matters. Like you need to it's better if you learn English.
Okay, that makes sense. Learn the language. I'm so embarrassed because I was in Spain, and I actually grew up in Miami, Florida, where basically everybody speaks Spanish, and I never learned it. And then I'm in Spain, and I still don't know what's going on. Like I have a slight inkling, but it's usually wrong. I'm like trying to guess what people are talking about, and they're like, "What?" No.
Crazy.
Uh,
But one you came to US when, or were you born in the US? How was it?
I was born in Florida. Yeah, I was born in the U.S. So,
Cool.
yeah, my parents
But
came. Uh, when did they come? My dad came to New York in the 60s, 70s, 70s, I think.
so cool.
I don't know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so cool.
Um, but yeah. Let's see. Are you? Oh, here's a question from Brent. He says, "Are you sometimes insecure about your work when you compare yourself to artists you look up to?"
Every day. No, I think it's not insecurity, but it's almost like, how do I say? I think it's inspiring, not insecurity, I would say. It's inspiring because, for example, I see like there's this beautiful, I think Angela, who's going to be doing a demo soon,
Mm-hmm.
right? Her work is phenomenal. Like her sense of colors, her shapes, everything. She's amazing. And when I look at her work, I'm not feeling like, oh shit, I can't paint like her. But it's for me, it's like, oh, this is so beautiful. Like for me, the first thing that comes in my head is like, wow, this is so beautiful, and it's inspiring. And you get motivated rather than demotivated. I have started to take it in that way, because if you're demotivated, it doesn't really help.
Yeah.
I think get inspired from these people. That's the max. And you have to do stuff. You have to up your game. Like I've been
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
the reason and I'll be very honest. I mean, the reason, maybe, I don't know, Vaughn saw my work, and I have started doing this heavy paint thing like a month back. I'm not even in the professional circuit. Visibility, I'm not visible that much. Nobody really knows me as much. Maybe some people from India know me, but the whole idea is that I've been at it. I've been just painting as much as I can, and I've been painting for a long time. And there's a long way to go. I know that there is a lot to understand, but I enjoy what I do. So yeah, there is
Yeah.
no dull feeling.
Well, you're visible now on our channel at least, but
Thanks to
no,
you.
no, it's I think that's the really cool thing about social media stuff is like, um, and I've seen this happen like a few times, but not that often, where you find somebody who just comes out of nowhere and they're
Yeah,
doing work every single day and they're really consistent and they're just killing it. Or maybe they're really consistent but they're garbage, like they're horrible.
yeah,
And then but
yeah,
then they're so consistent that eventually you actually get to watch them in real time, day by day, get
yeah,
good, and it's the coolest thing ever. And those people will always find work. They'll always find success, no matter what.
yeah.
Like it's only a matter of time if you're consistent
That's
like that.
that's true.
And it's really tough and it's really rare actually. Not everyone can do that. That's why
Yeah,
those people that do it actually, they deserve what they get because it's hard, you know.
yeah.
Um, and
I,
yeah.
I have a question, actually. I have a question to you, Juan. I mean, I was always curious, uh, when you were working on this whole Spider-Verse journey. Uh, was there a point where you were like feeling like, it's actually the same question that this guy asked a while back about the insecurity when you're in a big production like this, and you have like,
Mm,
I think you worked with Alberto as well, I believe.
yeah. Um,
Yeah, and you're working with these super freaks, demons of the on the of
yeah,
the
yeah.
industries. And
The
how
Justice
did you
League painting.
the Justice League, exactly. And
Um,
how do you deal with that? Like, you have to perform, or are you I'm sure at this point you're super, like comfortable. Like you might be like, okay, I know how to do, I know my shit, and you're able to do it. How is it for you? Like, how do you treat this whole
Well,
experience?
the first thing is that yes, I'm working with these like freaks of painting that are just really good, and but luckily, well, I guess I'm not really a painter on these projects. I'm like half painter and half designer and half 3D. Well,
Right.
that doesn't add up really, but um, so I'm not like really in the same category as these guys, which I'm sure if
Right.
I was in the same category, I'd be like, oh my god, I'm getting crushed because every time when the work comes in, it's like a waterfall of
Wow.
of juicy paintings, and
Yeah.
you're like, oh god, and you have to zoom in. You have to zoom in because they all paint at like 15,000 pixels canvas, and you can
Ah.
see all the little tiny details and drink it up. But oh man, it's crazy. So yeah, I mean, I'm fine because I don't consider myself like as competing against them, you know. I guess you
Right.
could say.
Right.
But so I'm just a happy bystander. I'm just watching and I'm like, wow, this. I'm just amazed by it, and
So cool.
so it's lucky. And yeah, I've had the good fortune to work with those guys a bunch of times, so it
So cool.
becomes less crazy the next time, but still it's still amazing. And um, yeah. Oh wow,
So cool.
Pascal Campion is in here. He says nice.
Oh,
Hello.
pressure.
He's
Hi,
watching
Pascal.
you.
Yeah, yeah, no, no. Okay. I mean, I have to say, I'm a big fan of his work. I'm sure. I mean, everybody. He has a big fan following, but I mean, he's an amazing artist, but a very like his stories, the way he writes stuff. I think that's very touching for me. I think it's more to do with his warmth, and yeah. Thank you, Pascal, for showing up. It's a big, like, I'm scared.
Ooh, spooky. He's
the it's garbage what I'm doing, but yeah, no, but you should see his stuff. Like he does, I don't know, he does stuff in a jiffy. I feel, it's so natural and so flowy. There's something about his work that's really really inspiring. It's amazing. Thank you, Pascal. Thank you for being there.
Okay, I don't want to embarrass you more, but he says, I'm a huge fan.
Oh my goodness, no, 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 no. I'm I'm
Uh,
I'm gonna close my painting now. Thank you guys for watching.
oh man, this is
No,
really
no.
cool. All right.
It's
Well,
amazing.
let's see. So, okay, Jojo says, my parents also disagreed with me doing art. It took them 7 years to really come to accept it. But if you really want, oh, I guess Jojo's answering someone. Let's see. Oh, it says, hello, hey, fellow Asian artist. As an Indian, did your parents disagree at first when you chose art? Because I'm a senior in high
Uh,
school, and my mother laughed when I
yeah.
said I want to pursue art.
No, the thing is, yes, I mean it's everybody knows the default situation where they want you to become. I mean, your parents want you to become engineers and doctors because again, design and art was not really popular many years ago. I mean, I'm old. I'm not. I mean, I might look young, but I'm actually old. And when I kind of started I mean, I was a very studious student. I was really good at my studies, and purely because my parents wanted me to be an engineer or a doctor. And I studied really hard. There's something called as a board exam. It's like a big exam that we need to do in India, and I scored like 90% in my board, and I was like super proud of it. But then, and I did that purely because of my parents, and I told them, now I'm going to choose my direction. I've scored 90% for you, a 90 out of 100 if that matters. But now I'm going to just do my thing. and
Yeah.
and they were very supportive because the thing is, it depends. My dad, he's a poet. I mean, not professionally, but he's actually a security officer. He was in Air Force, and my mom is a
Oh
teacher,
wow.
and
Mhm.
I owe a lot of this to my parents. But somewhere in the genes also, they are very culturally, enriched in their own way. Like my dad is a poet. He paints as well, but not much. Like I did not really see him paint because I was away for a while. But I think it's because of their support. I'm able to I was able to pursue. And even for example, at this age, if they I mean, I'm an independent guy to take my decisions, but I took this decision of coming to Paris at an age of which is really, not many people, sort of decide to do another master's at this age, because I already did my master's in 2008,
Oh
but I
wow.
think my
Yeah.
parents were, yeah, my parents were really supportive of me, and they were like, just go if you're feeling, suffocated, or if you're not feeling, good, and if you want to explore, different parts of the world, just go. And I mean, it's not just the parents, honestly. There is a lot of financial things also that comes into picture. A lot of people are not able to come this side because of money,
Hmm.
and they're extremely talented as well. So one has to take the chances, and I took it, and I'm really happy that I took this decision of coming this far, and good things have happened so far, and I'm seriously, like, I would sort of credit it to my family, my brother especially, because he has been supporting me, and some really good friends who have been supporting me. So yeah, I
Oh
think
yeah.
I think you can convince your parent, whoever is asking. I mean, you can try convincing. It's not easy, but
That's awesome. Well,
in the end,
maybe
yeah.
they thought like if you got a if you did well on your test and you sort of proved that you can do it if you that could be like you know I'm making this conscious choice but I'm not being lazy about it, like
Yeah, 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 yeah,
I can put in the work, I can achieve things if I put my mind
yeah.
to it. But yeah, I guess it is scary as the parent to um,
Yeah, it's a
you know.
big step, it's a big decision. And also in India, they want you to be very close to them, like they want them to be near you, the kids to be near them always,
Hmm.
which is good, because I mean, I like my tradition, my culture, but sometimes you have to take these steps to go far and figure out. Wow,
Yeah.
suddenly it sounds a very sad conversation.
Well, you can
Deep.
you can always go back and visit. Um, let's see.
Yeah.
Well, let's see. Atmika says Indians are vibing so hard right now to this stream. and, uh, and March
Uh,
says board exams sucked. Cheers from
yeah.
Bangalore.
Yeah, I'm
Um,
glad. I think they closed it now. They don't do it anymore. I
yeah,
think I think the board is not happy, I
yeah.
guess. Not sure.
Um, Pascal says, I have a question for you. When you are on your own and you're painting, do you tell yourself
Yes.
stories or do you articulate what you are doing, or is it intuitive?
Uh I okay. I I'm trying to it's again, I'm going to answer it very poetically. Like, I'm trying to embrace that moment. And I think, honestly, because the place that I come from India, for me, this is a dream. Like, the place that I am in right now, it's a dream. Like, it's not real for me sometimes. And when I'm standing on the bridge that I'm painting right now, and I'm looking at these things, I feel that I'm in a matrix. And when I'm painting it, yeah, I mean, I feel that this is not real. It cannot be real, because it looks like straight from a movie, and maybe because I saw these things in the movie to begin with, or in the photographs maybe. But the thing is, when I'm painting, i'm I'm just it's just I literally have seen myself say thank you to the sun. I say thank you, sun, thank you, cloud, thank you, light. I say that
Wow.
literally. I don't know
Wow.
why. It's because they are, honestly, they are the one who are trying to, it sounds so philosophical, but the thing is, they're the one who are trying to sort of, show me these things. And it's
Mhm.
just beautiful. Like, I go very melancholy sometimes when I look at these sunsets and stuff, and I'm like, oh, I go like crazy, and I pause, and I wait to appreciate it. And through painting, and if I can appreciate it, yes, there's this weird thing of capturing. You want to capture it, but it's also like an ode that you're offering to nature. Like, thank you. I'm gonna paint you. Thank you so much.
I'm gonna
It's
paint you,
it's
nature. Stand
nature.
still. Stay still.
Yeah,
Stay still. Thank you.
yeah, yeah. And there are, I mean, regarding stories, like, yeah, I mean, every place has a story. Like I told you, like this place, this bridge that I'm doing, it has stories. And I'm sure later in life, like I'm telling myself that I have a lot of stories from my culture in, India itself. And I'm glad that right now I have the time this year to, make these stories as films. And I'm not sure if Pascal is asking the same question, like where are you heading with this, this art form that you're doing? Are you going to create stories later? I don't know if he's asking the same question, but I think I eventually I want to tell my stories through this experience that I'm having,
Hmm.
and the colors and all of these things are going to help me, I guess. I don't know if I was able to answer
Yeah,
Pascal's question.
I mean that's an interesting answer. I've never heard that kind of an answer before. It's different. Um, he also asked, do you take the time before you start to ask yourself what you are looking at? Which is an
Yes,
interesting
yes,
question.
yeah, I definitely take the time. Not everything. Like I know that when I was doing plein air, I have literally, like, I began a painting and I was like, no, why are you doing this? There was this sudden question in my head that why are you doing this? It's not interesting enough. And I move to a different spot completely. Like I was like, no, this is not inspiring. And honestly, I'll just quickly show you this spot. I mean, I don't know. I keep coming back to this because somehow this is nice for me. I like this
Mm-hmm.
because this painting started with a rejection. Like I was sitting there and I was like, why did you choose this spot? Like I was half the way in it and I'm like, sorry, I'm like, oh, it's so dark, I can't see it. And there was mosquitoes around. There were mosquitoes, and
Mm-hmm.
there was literally an Indian family sitting next to where I was sitting, and I could hear their conversations, and they were bitching about the prime minister, and so many, and there was all these things were going around me, and I was cursing myself. But I think the moment the lights went on, as I said before, it changed my, like, I was like, yes, now I can
Yeah.
breathe, I can see things. So it's very I don't know, it's very intuitive for me. And that's how I don't start immediately.
Yeah, yeah.
I kind of spend, yeah, kind of spend some time to look until unless it doesn't talk to me. That's the
Yeah.
thing.
I think that's like one of the most fun parts about plein air painting is just picking your spot, and then
Yeah.
in the middle, like the truck moves or the lights turn on or the sprinklers turn on or something happens. There's always
Yes.
some little story that happens.
Yeah, and I had people coming, by, actually there was, I'll share a very cool incident that happened quickly. We're already almost 2 hours into this epilogue. Oh, shit. So the thing is, I was with a friend in Lyon, and he draws as well, but he uses traditional stuff, and he was drawing with a pen, and I really love what he does. He was just hanging around, and I saw people passing by. They were standing behind us, and everybody was just looking at this guy, because nobody knew that I was also painting. They just saw a tablet in my hand,
Oh, yeah,
and
yeah,
they have
yeah.
they have no clue that I've been
Yeah.
sitting here and trying to do this color
Mm-hmm.
study of the stuff in front of me. But the awe on their faces when they were looking at something which is tangible, which is in your hand,
Yeah.
and you can see it. It's special. iPad, sorry,
Yeah,
doesn't
yeah, yeah.
doesn't match.
Yeah,
But
it's
yeah,
more
it's a
relatable.
different, yeah, it's a different feeling altogether. So you have people watching you. They were kids who come along. They stare at you. It's beautiful, the feelings.
Mm-hmm.
There are some annoying times as well. You're like, oh, I need to change my position because like in India it happened a lot. I'm not depreciating my place, but like in India I got stopped so many times from painting live. They were said, why are you painting this, why are you doing this?
Oh,
There
really?
were yeah, yeah, a lot of people had problem.
But like,
I
what?
got,
Who? Just random people walking by?
yeah, random people, also like people, I mean, especially at an airport I had a very crazy incident, and maybe I can talk about it right now. Like I was trying to draw. I had a long waiting time in an airport, and apparently people are not cool when you're drawing them, uh,
Mm.
and it's
Sometimes.
there everywhere, yeah, sometimes.
Yeah.
But this went on a very different level. They called the airport police,
Oh my
and
gosh.
the whole family, they called the
Wow.
airport police, and there's like, this guy has been staring at us for half an hour,
Oh
and I'm
wow.
like, I'm like, oh shit. And it was the most embarrassing time. And I cried. I couldn't believe that I bursted into tears because the lady or the family, the lady was like, I want you to tear every page from your book.
Oh my
Can you
gosh.
believe that? Can you believe? I mean,
Jeez.
that happened and that broke me. And my whole trip, I did not draw a single thing because it was like a shock to me, you know.
Yeah,
And
that's horrible.
yeah, that was terrible. And I had to tear every page. And my dad was there with me, and I told him what should I do. He said, just do because the police are,
Wait, she
uh,
she actually forced you to do that?
yeah. And I literally
Oh my
crumbled, like I
god.
took my pages off my sheet and I was throwing at her like, take this,
Oh my
take this. And
god.
I was cursing the whole thing. But you go through these things and it's not healthy. I hope things are changing now. uh,
Wow.
now now we need to carry a letter. Luckily, I don't know, people in India, they might know now that if you're going to these architectural sites, like people go to these architectural sites, and if you want to paint or draw, now you can carry a letter, which is, a lot of people sort of voted for this and it finally went through. So if you show the letter, then you're allowed to draw in these places, which is
Wow.
crazy. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's crazy. Like, imagine you're documenting these historical sites and you're not even able to, you're not allowed to draw. That was a bit
Man.
annoying.
Oh,
Yeah,
I've never heard of something like that. That's
I know. I mean, there were
uh
there were cases, not all the time, but I had these experiences, and it was sad.
people
Anyways,
in are saying somebody Sophia says I want to fight her. Oh man.
yeah. Anyways,
The police, the drawing police. I didn't even know that it was a thing.
drawing police. They don't know. They don't even know what drawing is. That's the saddest part. They're like, "What are you doing? Stop it!" Like, "Oh, okay."
Yeah.
They, I mean, you can click with cameras, but you can't draw. That's so strange, huh? Like,
Uh-huh.
yeah, they
Well,
get
I
offended.
guess you need to just be faster at drawing. You can
Yeah,
if you can
man.
do the
Yeah,
drawing in 2 seconds, then you're fine.
yeah. True. I'm gonna try that. This is
Well,
taking
yeah.
me ages, but yeah, yeah. I don't know. Should we? I mean, I can like I can talk all day. I can paint. What?
um, well,
But I don't know.
yeah. I mean,
Yeah, I mean,
if you feel like the painting is good to
yeah. I
go,
mean,
we
I can.
can.
Yeah, I mean, I can keep working on it, and it can look more real or whatever. But I think, yeah, it's
Yeah.
actually it's a question that a lot of people have asked me as well. That when do you decide? Like, when do you stop?
Hmm.
And it's very simple. I mean, whenever you feel like, but I don't know. I mean, for me,
Hmm.
if I overdo it, I have a fear of overdoing things. I might get in, like I might start zooming in and start
Yeah.
adding details which I really don't want to. And this
Yeah.
is
Yeah.
again an impressionistic. It's a very impressionistic painting. I'm not really getting into details. I've lost many things in it, but
Mhm.
uh,
Mhm.
I don't know.
Yeah.
What do you
Yeah.
think? What do you think?
I usually when I get start to get hungry, that's when I know it's time to stop. my
Yeah, I
body
think
my
it's.
body is like painting time is over. Let's get back to real life now.
Yeah, I think I'm close to calling it a go because I mean
Yeah.
I can finish it and later post it.
Yeah.
Maybe
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
can spend some time
We
and
quit while you're ahead is the idea, right? Don't want to ruin it. Okay. Well, anyway, I think this was a really amazing little stream today. We a lot of good stories, a lot of nice
yeah.
questions, and yeah. Okay. Well, thank
And Juan, you can
you.
you can you can say some nice words about the painting if you want to as well because
Well, I guess
I'm kidding.
the painting's all right. It came out cool. Um, but I mean,
Uh,
yeah, it was great to talk to you. So, thank you
Thank
for joining in, and you did
you.
great. You were you said this is your first time doing like
Yes,
talking and
like a live.
painting. Okay.
Yes, yes. This is my first time. Thank you so much.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
I mean, I could have honestly, I could have done better. But this is
Impossible.
it was a lot of pressure.
Well,
But yeah,
I didn't want to tell you how many people were watching because I thought it might add to the pressure. But now that we're at the end, I'll just tell you like, I think at one point there was like over 200 people in here.
Wow.
so
Wow.
so
Oh,
that's not normal for this channel. So thank you guys for
thank you
joining
for showing
in.
up. Thank you for showing up. It's
Yeah.
really thrilling, and yeah, I'm glad you heard my stories and listened to me while I blabbered. I hope I did a. I don't know. It's a. I still. I don't. Yeah. One more thing. I have this problem, and I want to ask one maybe. When I finish one painting, I immediately like get out of it. Like I don't like it anymore. Is that same with you? I mean, how does it go for you?
Oh
Like, do
yeah,
you?
yeah, yeah. Like as soon as you export, then I see the problems.
Yeah. Yeah.
But it's fine. It's fine.
Okay.
What do you do? If you need some
Yeah.
time, I mean, you come back to it a week later, I guess. I don't know.
You cry a bit. Like, oh,
Oh, you put some Instagram filters on it, and then it'll be okay.
it looks better.
Yeah, yeah.
Uh, no, but thank you. I'm gonna stop. I think I'm gonna finish this later. But thank you so much for joining. I hope it could help. I don't know if I could answer any of the technical questions, but I hope it makes sense. I don't know what the people are saying.
They're
Uh,
saying thank you. They're saying cool demo. Thank you. It was great. Thank you for sharing your art. Looks awesome. They're really appreciative. So, okay, guys, we're gonna cut it. And we'll be back with another stream. I think. Actually, when is the next stream? I should. Oh,
Tomorrow, right? It's on the
actually,
it's
well,
on.
I mean, no, there's gonna be another one. It's just gonna be me by myself, so probably not as exciting. But I'm gonna try to do another one today. What time is it gonna? Well, anyway, if you go on the channel, you'll see what time it is. It'll be like a little bit later on. But anyway, thanks for joining in, guys. I'll
Thank you, guys. Thank you, one
see
again.
you next time. Yeah.